In poker, we call a tell the information we gather from a player's body language. A tell will give you an indication of whether a player has a weak or strong hand. Here are some body language traits you may identify in your opponents. When a player shakes, they are usually holding a strong hand rather than a weak one. Shaking can be very hard for poker players to combat. There is not much you can do if your mind and your body won't cooperate. Weak players often look at their stack when they have a strong hand and they're about to bet. Be careful, however, because a good player may look at his stack or pretend that he has a very strong hand in order for you not to bet so that they can see the next card for free. Touching your face is definitely a sign of weakness, as is pulsing in your neck. Good players tend to keep their hands fixed in the one position so that they don't give away anything from their hand movements. Other players will keep their hands firmly entrenched on their chin so that they don't move. Again, use this as a guideline, but be careful as other players mix up what they do on purpose. Another sign which can show you're under pressure and probably have a weak hand is the pulsing of your neck. This can be nearly impossible to control. Players will go to lengths such as wearing scarves or hoodies to hide the fact that their neck is pulsing. A player who appears disinterested is often holding a strong hand. Players who have made up their mind will look away from the table or strike up a conversation with someone. They think by looking disinterested and looking nervous that this will fool their oppositions into calling their bet or playing the hand against them. These are not things that I would recommend trying to do. Leave that for the real professionals. The best thing that you can do is to try and keep yourself under control and focused and give people absolutely no ability to make reads on you. Body language is one of the greatest tools you have on a poker table. The best advice that I could give you is be on the lookout for things that don't seem right. What I mean by this is if you see an opponent do something which seems unlikely or unusual, this should actually trigger alarm bells. A bad poker player will change the normal way that they bet and play cards when they are under pressure or they are trying to bluff. This is where you can make fantastic calls on opponents that are trying to pull off a bluff. You might find it very easy to read other poker players, but is it easy for other poker players to read you? I can remember the first time I saw myself on a poker television show. The way I was playing and the things that I was doing, I was giving away information to my players that I never thought I did.